Hello and welcome. This is an explanation for week 3. You are in the week 3 activities drop box. You're completing the first activity, which is to view this video for an explanation of the week and to better understand the expectations of the activities that you will complete. Our second activity is a social-emotional learning activity. It usually is our second activity. I really firmly believe that you need to teach the social-emotional learning curriculum in the classroom along with the academic curriculum. In fact, when you teach the social-emotional learning curriculum, you will have better results, or your students will be more successful with their academics once they have learned your expectations of the routines, the practices, and just about life through the lens of a socially emotional learning curriculum. So this week we're going to look at our learning community, which is our classroom, and the strengths that we possess as a group. So think of the strengths or talents you possess and would benefit our learning community. You're going to click on the above link to access the Google Jamboard. You're going to select the sticky note icon, which is on the side of the Jamboard, and you'll see that. You'll type words or a phrase or a sentence to describe your strengths or talents that you think would benefit our learning community. Arrange your sticky note on the board. Once we all have added our responses, we can just see how many talents we have as a whole group. We can then share our talents this semester as we work together. That's our social-emotional learning activity this week. We're going to be looking at social constructivism and cognitive constructivism this week. So you're going to read chapters 3 and chapters 4. I have the page numbers there. Please make sure you do that before you work on the activities. The next activity is a social constructivism activity. You're going to look at some constructivist strategies. Using the link above, select one of the strategies from the list. You may select another strategy from your own resources to complete this activity if you choose to do so. Describe the strategy you choose and provide reasons this strategy may be considered a social constructivist strategy. Use evidence from the chapter in the textbook to construct your list. Post your link to your activity and your reasons in the week 3 drop box, which is this page here. Comment on 3 of your colleagues' postings. You'll be able to see those. The next activity is to locate a video of a lesson or an activity that would be considered social constructivism. Describe the behaviors of the teacher and the students which you observe in this lesson to be social constructivism. View 2 of your colleagues' videos and comment on this lesson. So you're going to be looking at the strategies and you're going to comment on 3 of your colleagues' postings from the previous activity and 2 more of your colleagues' videos and comment on the lesson that was chosen there. This week, the annual pacing schedule assignment is due at the end of the week. It's Sunday, February 21st, 2021 by 11:59. You'll find all the information you need in the annual pacing schedule assignment folder. This assignment is going to take a little bit of time. If you use the template there, you'll see, I think for grades 1, 3, and 5, the template. If you choose grades 2 or 4, you see exemplars, but you may not use those exemplars. You must then find a textbook of a grade level that you be able to map out. The easier of the 2 is to pick the template, though grades 1, 3, or 5. But if you pick 2 or 4 or 6 or one that there's not a template for, and you have access to a book and you want to plan out the textbook in the fashion of an annual pacing schedule, which is social studies curriculum that has been planned out throughout the whole year. A lot of times teams of teachers get together and plan out their social studies curriculum for the year. You may say, oh, I've never heard this before, but it has happened. I have used it as a social studies teacher. And I can remember a little story I'll tell you very quickly about a student of mine who said, oh, I have never heard that. I have never seen anybody do that. I can't believe we do that. And she went off to her community service project, because we have a community service project in this class. If you haven't noticed that yet, please check that out as well. But she went off to hers, and she was working in the central office of a school district. And one of the tasks she had to do was put together, not create, but put together the pages and hard copy of a annual pacing schedule that was created for, I'm not sure if it was for social studies, but it was for either English language arts or it was for math. But she came back in class and she said to me, I will never think that what you ask us to do is something that isn't going to be seen in a school. She said, it changed my mind completely when I saw what happened, and I hope you forgive me for telling you that I've never seen this before. And I said, it's fine, it's fine. It's the way it is. It seems like a lot of work. It will seem like a lot of work. Don't wait till the Sunday before to create it because it's going to take you a while. But again, I need to remind you, if you use grades 1, 3, or 5, you're welcome to use the template. You'll put in your own standards, you put in your own activities, your own children's literature. The topics are there already for each of the units, and you're welcome to use those. But if you use grades 2 or 4, and I'm not sure if I have one for 6, I can't remember, but you are not allowed to use the exemplars. You're welcome to look at the exemplars to see what people did, but you're not to use the exemplars. And I hope you have a better understanding of this major assignment, which is due at the end of week 3. These are your independent activities. There is one group activity, and I'm going to take you to that right now. In this group activity, as a group, you're going to create a graphic organizer, a visual example or presentation of the 3 types of project-based learning, which is chapter 4. They're my favorite kind of learning, project-based learning. As you notice in our class, we do a lot of projects. And you're going to provide the 5 W's and the H for each of the 3 types. Who, what, where, why, when, and how of spontaneous inquiry, planned inquiry, and creative problem solving. So you want to divide your group up so that people are working on spontaneous inquiry, planned inquiry, and creative problem solving. You're going to share who is involved, what it's all about, where it might be used, why would we use it, when would we use it, how would we use it. Those are the 5 W's and the 1 H of just reporting out on each of these 3 types of project-based learning. Post your information in your graphic organizer and post your group work in the week 3 group Dropbox. And what you will need to do is each person in the group will have to post the graphic organizer. Even though it's the same graphic organizer, you work together, I can't give you any feedback if one person only posts it. So everyone will need to have a copy of it and post it. It is a group work. It's all of you working together in creating this graphic organizer and putting together as a group. And that's it for your group project this week. That is week 3. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. Otherwise, I'll see you online.